We are going to round up our massive topic on selectors in this video, and we are going to wrap it up with the CSS First Selector. Now, the CSS First Selector is a very easy selector, and it's also a very useful selector. Now, as you can see here on our index.html, we have 3 divs. As you can see, we have 3 divs here with one header and one paragraph on each of these divs. So you can see here, this is what we have on our web page here. So let's just go to our styles of CSS and get started with this, with the first CSS selector. So we are going to be using this first selector to target all the paragraphs inside of these divs. Okay, so let's go to our styles of CSS. So the first CSS selector is also a pseudo selector, just like the int child and the not CSS selector. But this one is a little bit different because we use 2 columns to kickstart this selector. So I already have this. Let me paste it and I will explain it. So this is what we have. So we specify our paragraph, and after the paragraph you specify your 2 column, not 1 column. Okay, your 2 columns. So this is what we use to kickstart our first selector. So one type of first selector that you need to know about is called the first letter selector, and you use this selector to target the first letter of an element. Okay, so we are going to be targeting the first letter of all the paragraphs here on our web page. Okay, so now this is what we gave it. We gave it a font weight of bold and a font size of 25 pixels because we want this stand out on our web page. Okay, we want the text to stand out on our web page. So if we go to our web page now and refresh, now you can see the first letter of all of our paragraph on our web page. They are now stand out. You can see how bold they are. So you can see the first letter here. You can see how stand out it looks. Okay, so that is how the CSS first letter selector work. You use it to make a particular letter on your web page stand out. All right. So one other first selector which you need to know about is also called the first line selector, and you use that to also make a particular text. Okay, you use it to make a line of text stand out on your web page. Now you have gone to websites where you see some text stand out on web pages, so you can use the first line selector to accomplish that. So we'll just copy this and then we'll paste it here. So like I said, it's the first line selector. So we'll just remove the letter, then we'll specify line. So this one is the first line selector. And we are not going to increase the font size. We are just going to give it a color of red. So we'll say color. Color of red. Yeah. So if we refresh now you can see we have highlighted all the first line of our paragraph. Now notice that it is not affecting the second line of this paragraph. It is only affecting the first line of this paragraph. All right. So that is how you can use the first line CSS selector to target all the first line of your paragraph. Okay. You can also use this to target H2, H3, and all that. Okay. So this is how you use the CSS first selector to target elements on your web page, and that is a wrap for the CSS selector, for our massive CSS selector that we have been doing all through the past tutorials. All right, so that will be it for this video, guys. I will see you guys in the next video.